Hello everyone and welcome to day 3, which is on the area of compound figures. So, to find the area of a compound figure or an unfamiliar shape, what you're going to want to do is first, I'm going to break it up into steps. First, break the shape into other shapes that you know. Now the way we're going to do that is by using straight lines. So you have to use straight lines. Then, this one's easy, 2 steps. Find the areas of each part and add together. And that'll give you the area of the full shape. For example, number 1, I'm going to split this weird looking shape into 2 rectangles. Now to do that, all I need to do is draw in a line right here. And now all of a sudden I have 2 rectangles. I have one on the left, which we will call the red rectangle, this one, and I have one on the right, which I will call the purple rectangle. So now all I need to do is find the areas of each one. I'm going to start with the purple triangle, or not triangle, rectangle. To find the area of the purple rectangle, that's going to be 8 times 4, which is 32. So the area of this rectangle is 32. For the red rectangle, I know the height is 2, but I don't know this base length. However, I do know that this full length is 14. So to find that missing base that I need, all I need to do is subtract 8 because that's this length right here. So 14 minus 8 is 6, so this is going to be 6. So the area of the red rectangle is 2 times 6, which is 12. So the area of this, 12. So the area of both is going to be 12 plus 32, which is 44. So this is 44 centimeters squared in area. Okay, number 2, again, split it into shapes you know. If you want to do the straight line the other way, you can. It doesn't really matter which way you go. So I have that top rectangle-y shape. To find the area of that, I'm going to do 5 times 3, which is going to be 15. So this has an area of 15. For the bottom shape, this part, first off, I have to acknowledge like these lines that I've got here saying that parts are congruent. The parts with 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines, they're both going to be 3. And then the parts with 1 line, so 1 line, are both going to be 5. So for this blue rectangle at the bottom, I know that the height is 5, and I know that the base, this length, is going to be 3 plus 5, because this part's 5 and this part's 3. That's going to be 8. So 5 times 8, which is 40. So the area of the bottom bigger rectangle is 40. So the area of both is 15 plus 40, which is 55. So 55 feet squared. Number 3 is starting to get a bit wonkier, but again, split it into shapes you know. I see a kind of triangle-y looking shape up top, so I'm going to cut off a bit of a triangle and make a rectangle and a triangle. So here's my rectangle, top part's my triangle. Let's start with the area of the rectangle because that part's the easiest. That's going to be 11 times 18. 11 times 18 is 198. So this bottom rectangle has an area of 198. Now at the top, I see that this part is 12, which means this other part between the triangle and the 12 part is going to be 6, because 12 plus 6 is 18. So to find the area of my triangle, I'm going to do 1/2 base times height. So it's 1/2 6 times 6. Base is 6, height is 6, which comes out to 18. So this triangle has an area of 18. So adding those together for the total area, that's going to be 18 plus 198, comes out to 216 total. So 216 centimeters squared. Number 4, again, splitting this into shapes you know. I'm going to split it right down here. Now what I made is a rectangle, and this is a trapezoid down here. Trapezoid, there we go. So let's start with the area of the rectangle first. That's going to be 1, or area is just, 1 times 14, which is 14. So this rectangle up here, rectangle, has an area of 14. Now, as for the trapezoid, this part, to find the area of a trapezoid, I need to know the bases and then the height, because the area of a trapezoid formula is 1/2 the height times base 1 plus base 2. So for my height, I already know it's 8 because of this 8 right here, so that's going to be 1/2 of 8. My base is going to be 6, which is this one, plus 14, which is this part of the rectangle. So that's 1/2 of 8 times 20, which comes out to 80. So to find the area of both, I'm going to do 14 plus 80, not equals, plus 80, which comes out to 94 centimeters squared. Okay, number 5. This one gets a little bit wonkier because I'm going to, again, split it into shapes I know. So first I'm going to split off this trapezoid looking shape right here. But then I'm going to split it again. I'm going to split off this rectangle-y part on the other side. So this is a rectangle. So in this case, I'm going to find 3 different areas. First, the area of the trapezoid, then the area of the rectangle on the right, and then the area of the rectangle in the middle, and add those all together. So starting with the trapezoid, I know that this base 1 is 7. I know base 2 is going to be, looks like this full length here is 12, based on this being 9 and this part being 3. So that's going to be 12, and then there's also 12 here. As for the bottom part, the height, which is this part right here, to find that, I'm going to need to do some work with the rectangle first. So in this rectangle, I know we got 9, 6, 9, and 6. I also know that this whole top part is 17, which means that this little section has to be 11, because 11 plus 6 makes that 17. Which means this bottom part is also going to be 11 based on this rectangle here. I've got 11, 12, and 11 and 12. So since that bottom part's 11, that means that my height on this trapezoid has to be 4, because it has to add up to 15 with the 11. So kind of a lot of work to get there, but we did it. And again, you don't have to start with the trapezoid. You could have started with the rectangle on the right-hand side. I'm going to start with the trapezoid first. That's going to be 1/2 my height, which I just figured out was 4, times base 1 is 7, plus base 2 is 12. So that's 1/2 4 times 19, which comes out to 38 when you put it in your calculator. So this is 38. Next, let's do that middle rectangle. Area of the middle rectangle is 11 times 12. Which is 132, so this is 132. And then the area of the right-hand rectangle is going to be 6 times 9, which is 54, so this is 54. Now to find the total area, I need to do 38 plus 132 plus 54, so let's do that. 132, I guess, plus 38 plus 54. And I get 225 inches squared. Oh, 224, sorry. 224. Okay, number 6, you can see it already kind of breaks off part of this shape for you. We've got half of a circle right here. And then I'm going to break off this part also and make it a rectangle here. So to me, the easiest part would be finding the area of the rectangle, which would be 10 times 12, which is 120 for the area. Now, if this whole top part is 12, and then that means this bottom little section has to be 12, that means this section on the other side has to be 21 minus 12, which is 9. And also, this is going to be 10 also. So I've made a weird looking trapezoid kind of shape over here. Let's find the area of that. That's going to be 1/2 my height, which is 9, times base 1, we'll call 4, plus base 2, we'll call 10. So that's 1/2 of 9 times 14, which is 63. So this is 63. Now let's do the circle part. So this is my section of a circle that I need to find the area of. Well, area of a circle is pi r squared. First off, I need to know r. I know the full diameter is 10, which means r is going to be half of that, or 5. So the full area is 25 pi. Now again, I'm going to put this in decimal form because we first off got to do a little bit more work with it. But also, I only want half of that. So I'm going to do 25 pi. That comes out to 78.54. But again, I only want half of that, so I'm going to divide that by 2 because I only have half of a circle there. So if I divide that by 2, I get 39.27. So this is 39.27. Now let's add all our areas up. That's going to be 39.27 plus 120 plus 63, which comes out to 222.27 centimeters squared. Okay, and that is it for day 3. So we will see you all back for day 4. Bye.